Again, I'll give a recap. What we have done till now is we created a root user. Okay, root user has all the access. Using that root user, we created a DevOps user. For the DevOps user, we have given an administrator level access. Okay, and now everything we are doing using a DevOps user. We also enabled multi-factor authentication. Okay, now we also learned how to create a role. Okay, we created one S3 bucket role for an EC2 instance. Okay, and we attached that role. That was the role was related to S3 bucket access. Okay, and without sharing the credentials, we were able to access S3 bucket from an EC2 instance. Okay, now we'll be learning about policies. Okay, when we click on policies, we can see these are some of the policies which are created by AWS itself. There are almost 1196 policies which are by default defined by AWS. We can directly use any one of them, but sometimes we need some customized policies. Okay, in that case, for creating our custom policy, will be creating a new one. Okay, so it's asking it is for which service. Again, I've clicked on create policy. We are creating a policy for EC2 instance, again EC2 instances. And what should be the policy that this view, the owner, whoever has this policy, okay, should be able to start the instance. What happened? So just go to start. I've selected EC2. So I'll select a role, start instances, actions, actually not role. Start, it should be able to start the instance, then stop. Okay, stop the instances and describe. Okay, so properly instances we want, there are many with similar name, so the last one is describe instances. Okay, and if I click on this close. Okay, so if you see in list, actually we can go to this list and select it. So the list is, in this list we can describe the instance. Okay, in this list role, and in read, I think nothing is there. Write means stop. In that we have stop and start instances. Okay, so select it properly and confirm it like this. This is start instances and stop instances, and just click on next. Okay, so we can attach from here itself directly to the particular resources, but I'll just write it here all. So let me confirm. So we have created start, stop and describe. Okay, yeah, we are using all here, and just click on next. So all resources, click on next. Let's give it a name. We'll give it same as in the exercise. EC2 start stop policy. Can give any name. Let's give it this one, and it is for EC2 list and write, actually limited access. Just click on create policy. So along with our AWS policies, we also have our own policy. We can select it and search. So we have created this EC2 start stop policy. Okay, now we'll be assigning this policy to a particular user. Okay, so policies generally assigned to users. So earlier the policy for DevOps user was full administrative access. Okay, now we'll create an EC2 user 1. Okay, which will have the policy, the role in the policy, this EC2 start stop policy. Just go back to users, create, click on create user, EC2 user 1, next. Okay, just go back. We have to select this, provide access to console. We'll be testing using console, and we want to generate a custom password as well. So I'll just add it here. Okay, so I've created a password. Uncheck this. Okay, this is important. EC2 user is created. We are providing a AWS management console access. I'll again have to do it. Okay, so I've created the password. Uncheck this and click on next. Okay, and now we can add the user to the group. We can copy the permissions or attach policies directly. Okay, so the policy which I've created, I'll attach it. Just select S3 here. No, not S3, it was start. EC2 start stop policy. Select our policy, click next and click create user. Okay, so if you see, all the details are given here. So I'll just copy it from here, console. I'll go to the incognito window because it will interfere with the existing login session. So I'm going here, copy the details from this itself, this screen itself, and username, and I'll copy the password as well. Just sign in. Okay. So when we sign in, we can directly see that it has limited permissions. Okay, done. So see, if you see here, nothing is given. Done. Okay, very less permissions we have, cost we won't have. If you go to the services, we can list it. Now just go to EC2. In EC2, when we click on the instances, okay, see, so the web server which we created, which it's deleted state, but let's try to launch instance. Okay, as a EC2 user, I'm trying to create a test VM 11. Okay, I'll choose everything. So see, if you see, is not valid. The AMI may no longer exist specified for another region. This is actually we are getting error. Okay, so if you select key pair, you are not authorized to perform this operation. Okay, let's try to select this. This is it is allowing, and let's Ubuntu 22. So again here we are getting errors. Just click on launch instance. Okay, okay, we cannot select any key pair. Okay, let's try to create one, test one, create key pair. See, again I'm not allowed. Okay, so in short, I cannot create launch instance. I cannot launch an instance or create an instance because I don't have the permission. I have only permission to start the instance, stop the instance actually, and describe it. Okay, so what we'll have to do is, for testing it, we don't have any EC2 instance. As our DevOps user, I'll quickly create an EC2 instance, and we'll just try if we are able to start and stop it. Go to instances, launch instance, web server 11, and Ubuntu 22, T2 micro. I'll select key pair, it's not required, but still I'll just launch an instance, and let's wait for a few minutes. to get it ready. So this is EC2 user, and if you have limited access, just click on running. Okay, so status check we are not allowed, alarm status we are not allowed, elastic IP we cannot attach or see. Okay, now just click on this and try to fail to describe. Okay, various errors will get because we have limited access. Click on instance state, just click on terminate instance. Okay, and just click on terminate. You are not authorized to this perform this operation. Okay, it won't allow us. Fail to terminate an instance because we have not given that permission. The only permission we have is for stopping the instance and starting. So stop it will allow. So successfully stopped. Okay, just refresh it. Okay, and now let's list all the instances, which one it is stopping. Let it completely stop, and then we can even test the start. Okay, let's click on this and click on start instance, and it has successfully started. So that's what we wanted, that we should be able only to start and stop. Okay, so that's it for this one. Let it get started. So actually this user management IAM is very important. Okay, we get confused when to use policy, when to use roles, when to use predefined ones. Okay, that's why these two exercises are important.